Well, hello everybody. Salimah here, and just about to start a Kundalini prenatal class. And so here, if you're looking for yoga, meditation, and Pilates that is for love, for service, and to uplift, you found the right place. Welcome aboard. And we're going to get started in just about a minute or two. And what you'll need to feel comfortable in today's practice is a yoga mat or a blanket, and some pillows that will help you sit in an easy, comfortable position. So grab those things. We're just about to get started. Once again, it's Salimah from Yoga Vision, and it is time to unroll our mats and welcome our babies into this practice. Welcome aboard. I'm going to take my seat now, and for you, just get comfortable. Find a seated position that allows you to feel relaxed, and take a few breaths here. So closing your eyes now, start to get comfortable. If your partners or family members are with you here in the space that you're practicing in, please welcome them. It is an opportunity for everyone to connect and to be together and to support the journey for you into motherhood. So take a few cleansing breaths now. Inhale very deeply. Through the mouth, exhale, let it go, exhale. Two more, inhale. Let it go, exhale. And one more time. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Good. So now that we have arrived on the mat, this is a good time to welcome baby into the practice. And you can do this by bringing your hands over your belly. And so if baby's with you already, you're already pregnant, this is a way to welcome them in. If you are looking to become pregnant and you want to create a baby, then use the same technique. Bring your hands over your womb space, and imagine your baby being exactly there, warm, comforted, nurtured by your body and your presence and your wanting of this baby. Close your eyes now. Take a few more deep breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. And continue. Go at your own pace. Let this be a comforting breath. And remember, when you breathe long and slow and deeply, your baby has the same benefit. In other words, you start to feel yourself relax, and baby is also comforted by the idea that you are relaxed. Taking a few more deep breaths now. If you have already had your babies and you've stumbled upon this class, have no fear. You can do the same thing, remembering a time where your baby was tiny and maybe you held them in your arms, or maybe you were holding your baby in your womb. However way your child came to you, there's some element of this gesture that you use to welcome and to nourish and to protect your baby. And so do that now, however way that reminds you of your early days with your child. Do that now and know that everyone is getting that connection to the great idea and journey of motherhood. Keeping your hands in place, taking a few more long, deep breaths. Allowing ourselves to arrive here on the mat. If you're just joining in, welcome. It's great to have you. We're working on the yoga of nurturing, of the creative force of the journey into motherhood. Relax your hands down. Press your palms together at the center of your chest. Lift your elbows up. Close your eyes now. Focus in between the eyebrows and slightly above. We're tuning in with a mantra, the mantra Sat Nam, a long Sat, short Nam. We'll do this 3 times. It's a way of generating energy. It's a way of connecting all of us around the globe, wherever we're watching from, and also to let baby know that we're here. As a baby's first spiritual teacher, we're here as mother, as guardian and nurturer and protector. Sitting up tall and straight, close your eyes, take a deep inhale, and through the nose, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and let's tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Last one. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And now a long short nam dedicated to our children. Sat Nam. Bowing on the teacher within and calling on the truth to guide our practice. Extend your legs all the way out. Give them a little shake. Shake, shake, shake. We've been sitting for a little bit of time now. So at any point in our practice, if you feel that your legs have gone a little numb or you need to change your seated position, please go right ahead. There is no harm in changing it up so that you can sit comfortably. So from here, point and flex your feet, point and flex, point and flex. And then bring the bottoms of your feet together for butterfly. So the soles of your feet are touching and your knees are flat. Take a deep inhale here and through the nose. Extend your right leg all the way out and then allow your left foot to cradle into the inner thigh on your right side. From here, we're going to take a diagonal movement, so relax your right hand down by your sides. And with your left hand, reach back, so you're creating a little bit of a twist here. Inhale here, and then exhale, sweep your hand towards your right foot. Inhaling as you come up, and exhaling, sweeping down. If you reach your foot, that's great. No pressure to go that far forward. Maybe you touch your shin, maybe you're touching your knee, and even your thigh, that's great. We really want to create a diagonal movement here, a little bit of a twist, and create a little bit of opening in the inner thigh muscle. So inhaling as you come back, exhale as you sweep forward, and go at your own pace. Inhaling and exhaling. Last two. And last one. Inhale, reach up. Sweep your left hand all the way up and then roll your hand all the way down. So left hand is touching the ground now. Point your right hand towards your right foot. Press into your left and inhale, reach up with your right hip. Inhale here, take a breath, and exhale, lower down. I'm going to do that 4 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. And here's the last one. Good, and release. Relax your hands all the way down. We're coming back into a position so that we can stretch out on the opposite side. So the left leg is out at a diagonal and your right foot is touching the inner left leg. And using the opposite arm, so right arm comes forward, sweeping forward, reaching for wherever, how far ever you can go. Inhale as you reach out and exhaling as you go down. Last two. Last one. Reach up, hold your arm all the way back. Take a breath here, and then lower your right hand all the way down by your side. Here, take the left hand now, point it towards your left toes. Press into your right hand, lift your hip up. Take a breath here. Inhale, and exhale, lower down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Beautiful. Come all the way back to center. We're going to come into a cross-legged position here. And I'm sitting on a bolster, so it's a little bit easier to sit and feel a little supported here. You may want that bolster underneath you or a pillow underneath you, or you might prefer just being flat on the ground. We're going to work into Sufi grinds now. This is great for the digestive organs, helps to release a little bit of tension around the lower back. Inhaling as you come forward and exhaling as you go back. So an important thing to consider, and this has been part of the conversation in many of the prenatal classes that I've been teaching over the years, is the feeling of fear around pregnancy, or feeling of fear around delivery, or fear of what will happen once we actually start mothering and our children are old enough to be aware of what we're saying and how we're saying things. And I'll pass on to you some advice that I received when I became a mom for the first time. And that was, number one, is that your baby, your children, your child is choosing you for this journey. So in some way, shape, or form, every single one of us who shows up and says, yes, I want to do this, is perfect. And so there's a divine perfection in that. Our babies have chosen us, and that we have chosen our parents too, and that there's a perfection that comes along with that, a divine perfection. Let's take a moment and settle into that idea that there's no mistakes really that you can do. Inhale very deeply, come to center. Exhale, and move in the opposite direction. Now, along with that is the fear of the unknown, a fear of, well, what will happen if, or this is the way I want my pregnancy to happen. And in that, there is a divine journey too. There will be a way that your baby comes into the world, and they are going to come, that is out of our control. And though we may have a plan, the divine wisdom of how our babies arrive and the form they take and how they choose to enter the world, that's in their hands just as much. And so I invite you to sit with that idea now for the next few rounds in silence, to know that there are no mistakes there either. And that as your baby is coming into the world, that you will be the perfect conduit for that. Inhale very deeply, come to center. And exhale completely. Pull your shoulders out. Release and let it go. Any tension. And then one other thing to consider as we continue on with our class is that whenever we're thinking about, whenever there's a feeling of regret, then our thoughts are existing in the past. Because that's where regret shows up, is the things that we coulda, woulda, shoulda done. And if we're feeling fear, and usually that's fear about something that hasn't manifested just yet, or that we're apprehensive about having to encounter. And that is usually something that's happening in the future. In other words, it hasn't even happened yet, and we're future forecasting something that feels unwelcome or unwanted. Inhale deeply here. Exhale. And so, as we put our hands on our shins, inhaling as we come forward and exhaling as we go back, can we consider this present moment, right here, right now, in the middle of the spinal flex, and the perfection of arriving right here and right now, and that really nothing is happening right here and right now that requires all of that emotional energy. This moment is great. We're breathing. We're safe. Our babies are safe. And perhaps we even have good company. And so as we explore those ideas of having good company and being safe, that we are exploring the present moment. Inhaling and exhaling. I hope that idea and that concept can stay with you for the next little while as we practice together. And that even as you make your way to the delivery room and as you make your way back home after your baby is delivered, that in the present moment you're just fine. Every single one of us is just fine. And this is one of the things that yoga and meditation are here to teach us, is that this present moment is where everything matters and where everything gets created. Inhale very deeply and exhale completely. We're going to make our way onto knees now. So putting aside any pillows or bolsters, anything bulky at this point, you may want to bring an extra blanket under your knees, especially if your knees are tender or sore. And from here, we're going to move from side to side. So fingertips down on the ground. Inhale as you lean over to the right side, and then exhaling to the opposite side. So inhaling and exhaling here, going at your own pace. Good, last two. And last one. And then come to center. From here, coming on to hands and knees. And again, you may want a little bit of padding underneath your knees so that you can cushion and protect your knees particularly if they feel sore or tender. And then press your palms together here. Swish your hips from side to side, releasing any tension. And then we're going to come into now hip rolls. And as you come forward, leaning your hips all the way forward. And as you go all the way to the back, rolling your buttocks towards the heels. Inhale very deeply, coming to center, and then move in the opposite direction. Same exercise, opposite direction. You might want to go a little slower or a little faster than what's happening here on the screen in front of you. Take your time, there's no rush. Good. Inhale very deeply, come back to center, hold here. Coming back onto your hands and knees, extend your right leg all the way out, and then from here, turn your body into a C shape. So you're moving your left hand over top of your left ear and then leaning towards your right leg. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. And release. Relax your hands all the way down and then draw your knee back underneath your hips. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So extending your leg all the way out and taking your arm, reaching all the way up and over. So right arm hugs the right ear, taking 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then one more time. Good. We're making our way here back onto hands and knees. Looking around, make sure that there isn't anything here to step on. And then extending your legs just a little bit wider into a V shape. Maybe they're at the corners of the mat now. Putting your fingertips down, and we'll curl up into a crouching position. So from here, taking a moment, allowing all these lower muscles to release, or creating a little bit of strength now, and we're going to make our way all the way up into a standing position. So from here, counting very slowly, count to 5, coming all the way up, and then let your head dangle, relaxing here, and then very slowly 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come all the way up. I'm going to make a quick adjustment on the camera so that you can see what I'm doing and you can have a full view of what's happening. Good. So now interlace your fingers and bring this mudra above your head and place your palms on your head. So as you do that, you're having a little bit of weight on top of your head, not pressing down, but just a little bit of weight of your arms on your head, interlacing the fingers. And from here, we're coming into 26 squats. Inhaling here, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Just about halfway. Come all the way up and hold. Relax your hands down. Bring your hands onto your belly and start to sway from side to side. And just check in now, what's happening with baby? Are they awake? Are they fallen asleep? Are they relaxed? Are they kicking around? This is a good time for the two of you to make that connection. This is also a really good time to call your baby to you. Now that your heart is beating and your blood is flowing into these areas of your body, your reproductive organs, great time to call in, baby. Now, come with me. Let's have this journey together. back to the center of your mat. Press your palms together and come all the way back down again. I'm going to hold here for a few seconds. Bring your fingertips down to the ground and then make your way into a seated position. I'm going to take rock pose. This is sitting on my knees and on my heels. You may prefer to sit cross-legged, or maybe you're more comfortable sitting with your legs extended out in front of you. Rock pose is really good for digestion, so if you found that you're having a little bit of upset stomach, this is a really good way to keep yourself with a tall, straight spine, and this helps to elongate your digestive organs and gives everything a little bit of a break. So this is called rock pose, and very healthy seated position for women in general, and then also particularly when you're pregnant. So from here now, we begin our keep-ups. And keep-ups are a way of identifying time and stamina and commitment to this entire process. There is about 3 minutes at the longest point of a contraction, especially as you get closer to baby being delivered. And on top of that, we have the opportunity to mentally train ourselves to do something a little uncomfortable for 3 minutes, so that we can start to tune our minds to what it means to hold a posture or hold something or hold concentration for that amount of time. So this is partly mental training and also partly our physical practice as well. And extend both arms all the way out to the sides. Bring the fingers in. And here, starting backwards, arm circles. So long, deep breath here. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. For these opening rounds, you may feel very comfortable. It should be smooth sailing. And then at some point, it's going to start to get a little bit more challenging. And that's where I invite you to close your eyes and turn your gaze and your focus inward. Ask your baby to help you. Ask your body to be present with you. And turn. Just about halfway there. We're here at the final minute of this practice. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, you've probably modified your arms at some point. Maybe you've taken a little break, and that's totally fine. The idea here is to keep up. So keep up in the best way that you can. I promise you, as time goes on, as you get closer to your delivery date of your baby, it's going to get easier to buckle in because you know what's coming. And you know the benefits of being prepared and ready, and that to be unshakable in these moments where there's nerves and there's a lot of unknown and fear, that it's really important that you know that you can source yourself, and that you've done this, and that you've built the strength, you've built your breath, you've built your body, and you've built your connection to your baby. And all you have to do is a few more rounds, And not only is the exercise over, but sooner or later, your baby will arrive and you'll have the beauty and the bounty and the bliss of that relationship too. Inhale very deeply, you've done it. Stick both thumbs up. And exhale, lower your arms all the way down. Close your eyes now and savor this. Press your palms together. We're going to have our final meditation here. We're going to use a meditation using a mantra. And the mantra is Ong, O-N-G. We use that in the very beginning to open the practice. O-N-G is the sound of all that is manifest in the universe. So we're calling energy towards us, we're sending energy out into the world, and we're summoning these experiences that are going to create our journey. So pressing the palms together, drop your index fingers over each other, drop your middle fingers over each other, and then also your pinkies. So right here, right now, it's just your ring fingers that are extended forward and your thumbs are against each other. Angle your hands just away from each other, about away from your body about 60 degrees. So not quite up and not straight forward, but somewhere in between and a little bit more up than down. Here we'll chant Ong 5 times together. Make this a robust sound. Use the energy of your belly and the power of your baby to make this sound loud and robust. This is the meditation for absolutely powerful energy. You'll remember this as you get closer to your delivery time. One more breath, inhale, cleanse. Let it go, exhale. Inhale, 5 times now, Ong. Om. Sat Nam. Bring your fingertips to your forehead, bowing in reverence to you as a mother, to your baby, to the 7 generations who have come before you and those who will come after you. Sat Nam. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Thank you from wherever you are in the world, in our global community now, tuning in to take care of ourselves, take care of our babies, to love, serve, and uplift. If you've been enjoying our classes, please hit the subscribe button. This will make you part of our ongoing community. Hit the bell button to be notified of whenever our classes go live. And if you're enjoying and you'd like to acknowledge all the teachers who've been showing up as essential support for this time in history, you can hit the donate button as well. Lots of love to you and to your babies, to your families, from my home and my family to yours. Sat Nam, and I will see you very soon. If you'd like to drop a comment below, I'm happy to respond. Thank you very much, everybody. Salimah from Yoga Vision.